Check this out.
For tuning in. So today we are back to school shopping. Well, I already went back to school shopping and now I'm just going to show you guys my haul because I know you kind of like that and kind of maybe give you some ideas about some fashion tips or what I think what I'm wearing or whatever you want it to be. The moral story is back to school shopping is so much fun and I look forward to it all year, so I want to bring you guys with it. And like little disclaimer, it's like, Keltie, are you going back to school? Long story short, I did the whole Bachelor of Science thing. I had a minor in psychology. When I was done with that, I was like, whoa, I don't want to go to med school because that was my plan. I was like, this is not like Grey's Anatomy, because that's why I originally went into sciences, because I was 18 and thought Grey's Anatomy was really awesome. So I did that for a bunch of years and then decided I really found marketing and like the psychology and all that super fascinating and social media. So I was like, hey, let's get this business degree. So I did that for 3 years. And I'm only a few courses away from finishing it, and last year we moved to Halifax and that was when I decided to launch my business. So I put my degree on a bit of a hold, my business degree that is, and just concentrate on my business. And now I'm kind of rocking a hard place because I love school and I love learning more and I'm so close to finishing, but I want to put more time into my business. So I'm doing my business full time and then I sporadically take courses when they're available. So I will finish my business degree, and because I don't want to just be that far into it and not finish it, even though I'm already doing what I want to do. So it's kind of, you know, best of both worlds, and who knows, I'll finish it and be like, hey, let's get a PhD or master's, because I love learning and I love sciences and I love business and I love psychology and I think it's also fascinating. But you can learn outside of a classroom too, so education never ends. But that's a bit of a ramble. Moral of the story is I'm taking some courses. And then, but my business is always going to be my #1 priority, of course, and then this YouTube. But fall is amazing, and back to school shop. I'll go back to school shopping until I'm like 30. This is so exciting and fresh new things and just, let's get started. I will show you guys what I got, why I got it, and some tips and tricks. Unfortunately, I wanted this to be like school supply shopping too, but my agenda still hasn't come in. Passion planner. I'm not sponsored at all, but it's been a long time. Lululemon, of course, I had to start off with because it is my favorite. I got this t-shirt. It is called the Zen Bender SS and it was on sale, so I had to. T-shirts are super awesome because you can dress them up, you can dress them down, put on some pretty necklace, they're casual. You know, they're staples, and yes, Lulu's t-shirts are a bit more expensive, but they're so soft, and one of the best reasons they're so worth it is sweat. So whenever I wear like tight v-necks, I get armpit stains and I'm not comfy because I feel sweaty in it, but they're loose, and I prefer to just have 1 or 2 of these and just wash them all the time and cycle through that than have 10 cheaper t-shirts. So that's what I really like about this. It has this kind of slit on the side. So it's kind of cool, it just kind of gives it a nice design, but what you can do, and I'll show you guys, is I love crop tops, as you know, and I love taking my t-shirts and tank tops and just tying a knot in them to kind of make them a crop top. And you can easily, just like so, tie it there, and then it becomes kind of a crop top. So there's that. I love the little matte black accent, and accents on things. So nice, so nice. Now here's the Flow and Go tights. These are just so comfy because they fit completely to you. Unlike a lot of Lulu's, you know, compression pants and stuff, it's kind of, you gotta form into them. These ones totally just hug your body in all the right places. And forest green, olive green is just, and I just love this color from fall time especially. It's just such a beautiful color. I've never got this design. It is a lot thicker in some ways than most Lulu's, but if you pull it apart, there is like some air flow, so I don't know how heavy these are gonna feel, and they're high waist, which is always awesome. A little tip, nice socks. Easy way to treat yourself and just like makes you feel better, especially if you're wearing sneakers and that. It's a good pair of socks, and this is the best gift giving idea I can give anyone is a pair of Lulu socks. If you have no idea what to get someone, get them a nice pair of socks. I know it sounds cheesy, but everyone, once you get to a certain age, like appreciates nice socks, but you don't want to spend a lot of money on them. But if you want a like easy way to treat yourself or treat someone, socks. Now I have like a little tradition with myself, and I don't know why it is, and it's just super cheesy considering I'm not 18 anymore, but every year I always get myself like a Victoria's Secret hoodie when I go back to school. I don't know, it just reminds me of going back to school and like always seeing their pink collection stuff and like very like collegiate things like that, and so it's always kind of my treat. And I do like to have a comfy hoodie I can throw on. They don't look like a complete slob. If the beeping could stop! Okay, sorry about that, people. But anyways, so this one I liked is very like Letterman jacket-esque, and it's blue, which is another one of my favorite colors. And so yeah, that's just super simple and just kind of a little treat I always give myself. It's a hoodie. I'm not gonna hype it up to be anything. It's kind of a waste of money. Bath and Body Works. Another fall tradition. I always have to treat myself. And I'm all about having a great study and work zone. You should have a little area in your dorm or in your house or your apartment that you can just go and kind of zen out and just relax, and that you want to be there. So, you know, decorate it pretty and get candles you love. That's something I just always do. And because I'm not really a homebody, like sometimes I am, but I like to get my work done other places. But I find it when I am home, if I can make the atmosphere really beautiful and enticing, then I actually want to work there. And because I'm a white girl, I got candles. Toasted Graham latte, and like I like this design a bit better of their candles, not like the old cliche with like a picture, but this, oh my god, I don't even know how to describe it. It smells like I'm gonna eat it, so I got myself that. And then, like I said, that's why I like it. Like opening presents that I bought myself, I had to pay for. Pumpkin spice cheesecake. And I love that they have these new designs. It just makes it a bit more appealing when it's in your apartment, because I hate when candles are ugly. Like anyone else, like I want it to go with the whole vibe. Pumpkin spice cheesecake, because pumpkin season is among us. And caramel pumpkin swirl. Give our apartment some pretty vibes, Oh, Aritzia. I don't know if you guys have this in the States. And if you don't, I'm so sorry. This is like, I know it's a Vancouver company, but just like Vancouver came up with Lululemon, just to put perspective of how awesome. And oh, their stuff is just so beautiful. And some stuff is so expensive though, and like you go and you're like, oh, I need this, and it's just soft and it's beautiful material. Year of the crop top sweaters. I love them, and like I just think it's such an easy thing that can be just like a bit dressier than a sweater. And then if you wear this with high-waisted pants, it's very like dressed down because it shows next to your crop top, but I find it's just very flattering because then it just shows off your waist without actually showing your stomach, because it just is that little strap. And so I love this, and it wasn't that expensive, which I was shocked from Wilfred, so it was only $35, because I do have an issue, like I don't know if it's going to be in style in a year. So when it's something like this, I would never recommend buying something super expensive. If you were to buy a black, just plain sweater, you know, something you'll use year in and year out, pay a bit more money. I think that's worth it because you'll use it year after year. But things that aren't, you know, they're very in style, that won't last for a long time, you buy cheaper things, go to Forever 21, that would be my recommendation. And I love this so much that I also got it in gray because neutrals are life as well. And then this, kind of similar, but this is a bit more dressy. So this is like a crop long sleeve, and this at first I was kind of like, ah, and then I tried it on and it was like, whoa. I wouldn't necessarily wear this at school because it's a lot of boob. When it gets a bit colder out and you still want to be dressy, this with a pencil skirt would be really cute. And then if you did wear it with pants, you know, do high-waisted ones if you want to not show as much, and wear a real statement necklace so it doesn't show as much boobs, or with a scarf. And that's a good way. If I wore it to school, I just wear it with a scarf. And then when I left school or left wherever I was working that shouldn't have big boobs, then I take the scarf off. Next up, American Apparel. I love American Apparel because it's just, I'm not someone who really, as you've probably seen, likes like a lot of designs, because I like to keep things kind of neutral, and that way I can like add statement necklaces and stuff like that if I do want more design. And you'll see I buy very similar colors. I will buy gray, blacks, whites, neutral colors, and then the only real colors I ever buy are like blues, burgundies, and olive greens, and that way my whole closet kind of goes together. There's a few items that I love that are like bolts, like that Nike bolt, but I like to have things so my entire closet works, so it's not like I have one item that only goes with one thing. Start off, bodysuits. I love bodysuits. I think they're so flattering, they're so cute. I love gray, The cool thing about it is just it's a super versatile. So say you're going to school and then after school you're going out somewhere. I love it, you know, bodysuit wouldn't necessarily be appropriate for school, but wear with some pants, plaid shirt over top, and it's kind of undershirt. And then when you go out, take off the plaid shirt, tie it around your waist, it becomes a bit more dressy. It's just a super versatile thing. You can wear it with a skirt. If you want it to be very dressy, you can wear it with, you know, leather pants, you can wear it with tights. It's just a very versatile item for like 40 bucks. Back to the crop tops. This one is a bit longer. I want it almost on me. It's a crop top because I have such a long torso, but when you wear it with high-waisted pants, it's just a shorter top. It's not really a crop top. Wear low-rise pants, it is more of a crop top. And this one I actually like because just like the black Lulu, I'm going to tie in a knot. And it is very nice, very comfy. I love blue and white striped things. Nautical sailor because I'm a mermaid. No, not. Dreams, dreams, dreams. I'm gonna be honest, I don't know if I'm going to keep these. It was the end of my shopping trip and I wanted all white Nike Roches and I chickened out and I bought these and I don't know why, but I do love the look of the white shoes and just I wanted a very simple white shoe that would go with anything. But to get these Keds, like they're cute, maybe I'll keep them. I prefer, some people are like team black shoes, some are white. And the white gets dirty so easily. I just find white goes with everything. And I just like the look. So super plain white sneaker. And I also like to have shoes that I can actually walk in because as you guys probably know, I do the whole fitness thing and I like to actually be able to walk everywhere. I have a thing for very nice journals, for taking notes, for business planning, for actually journaling itself, and I do believe you should have some ones you actually like so you actually use it, because if you just buy cheap ones just to have them, you just get put aside, you take 3 notes with them. But with the journal and type of pens you absolutely love, you kind of get excited about journaling and taking note. So that'd be a recommendation. I love these Paper Mate pens. I actually don't use all the colors, I just use the darker colors. I just write prettier with them. So I always get those. And then this is blue and gold, digit those. Beautiful, and this is the beginning of everything you want. And this is actually my journal that I use for business planning and like when I listen to podcasts. As I said, like in my morning, every day I listen to podcasts just about inspiration and business and just kind of get myself motivated to start the day. And I always, any notes that I really love, I have a journal to jot down in. So that's something I really recommend for yourselves if you're like, just need something in your life, if you need some inspiration, motivation, you just need some direction. Go on half-an-hour walks, listen to a podcast. I recommend Tim Ferriss, Tony Robbins. Those would be like my 2 to start off with that I recommend, and just, you know, listen to them, take in some great advice and jot it down. And whenever you're like just feel confused, I just open it up and just read a few of the lines. For college students, it's good for business people, whatever you do. Hydration, one tip I can give everyone. Caught it. Oh, I'm sorry it's kind of noisy in the background. As I've talked about before, hydration is so important. It is important to reduce cravings because sometimes you're just really thirsty, you're not hungry, your cellular processes need it, your skin needs water. Like water, I cannot preach enough. How much you need depends on the person. 2 to 3 liters is like a good average to start off, and about 1 liter for every hour of exercise. So some people only need 2 or 3, some need 5 or 6. You really have to see what works for you. But I like to have a 1 liter water bottle because I know 4 to 6 is where I need, because I live a very active life. So having a 1 liter bottle really works well for me because I can just be like, oh, I've only had 1 of those, or I've had however many, and it's just a way to keep track. Otherwise I don't drink my water. And buy a pretty water bottle because like I said, sometimes you know, splurge a little bit because I thought this was absolutely beautiful, and then I actually want to carry it places and be like, oh, look at my beautiful water bottle. I'm going to put it beside my desk and I'm going to take Instagram pictures with it. And it's just so you actually bring it places, because if you just carry around like an empty Powerade bottle that you just keep filling up, you don't really want to see it. Unless you're my boyfriend, and then that's what he does because he's not fit. Just kidding. He's fit. Yeah, so that is my back to school haul. I know it's not necessarily the fitness thing, but I am not just fitness, and I always want people to know that fitness does not consume my life. It is a passion of mine. It is my business, but it is only one component. I love fashion and I love school and I love knowledge. So guys, let me know what you're taking in school, because I find it so fascinating, especially when I hear about other females in like science and business, which is a field that used to be quite dominated by males, and hearing other females getting like interested in it, not just feeling like they're forced, but actually want to be, you know, own their own businesses and want to be doctors and lawyers and everything. And I just find it so fascinating, not to like put down any other career by any means, but I just think if you decide to go to school, of course there's other paths, but you know, school and knowledge is so important and is just, I love knowledge, and it's so cheesy, but I think it's so exciting. Everyone treat yourself, get something new to excite, and I know everyone's budget is different, but you know, just enjoy, and here's to a year, and make it your best year. We're gonna go along it together, and thank you for tuning in, my superheroes. I love you all.